everybody, Arend here from Countryside Acres. Thought I'd give you a little update on just life in general. It doesn't feel like we've got a lot accomplished lately. I'm still tired. There's a lot of little stuff going on that is hard to always film. We're still mudding. I'm hoping to have that done this week, but I said that last week too. The upstairs, and then we can get it painted, get the flooring in, get the trim in, get the radiators installed on the walls. Basically have the upstairs completely done is our hope, and then we're going to move on to the next floor. The main floor is all drywall other than the ceilings. We're going to start on that I think possibly today. There's a few more things we had to put in the ceiling, some water lines for the heat and a few plumbing pieces, and then that's done. Then we're ready for installing the ceiling drywall. So hopefully that'll happen this week as well. Then things will pick up. Like once we start doing trimming and flooring and all that, there'll be a lot more videos. But right now it's pretty tedious work, just putting mud on the walls. Not a whole lot of interesting stuff going on there. This is one of the reasons why we're behind on videos as well. It gives us a bit of a cushion so that when there's less stuff to film, there is some room for us, and we can still put up content. But as you've noticed, the content is now every other day rather than every day, so it does make a difference. Hopefully it'll pick up though very soon. We are anticipating cooler weather coming in the next week or two, and we're hoping to get as much work done as possible before that happens. Getting a little more stuff for the laneway. You can just dump it on one pile, it's fine. Hey, yeah. Finishing off a little bits of the lane. This is our base for now, and then we're gonna pack some gravel over top of that yet, probably before winter. This stuff's nice because it's coarser. It doesn't sink in the mud as much. Bang! Very good. Couple of updates. My sander, trusty sander that I built, is still working great. So in the meantime, I have been gifted this one, which is a proper one, and I believe I have another one here now. I think I was given two proper ones, and then mine, which is still holding up very well. So I'm determined to use it until it basically falls apart. At this point, it's still good. I haven't done a lot with it, just more or less this room. Got a headlamp so that I can see imperfections. So if you can see that wall, it is, well, it's blemish free. There is no imperfections. So these walls in here are now done. The corners are done. These top corners are done. The only thing I need to do yet is these. I don't know if you can see imperfections enough. I'll show you some. I got to do another coat on all the tops, and then this room is completely done, other than it needs to be sanded. If I look at, well, here's a good example. You can see, it's so hard to see. Maybe without the light? No, maybe with the light on this guy. Let me shut this one up. There you go. You can see that now. You can see the imperfections here. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. Little dents. You can see that dent there. So another skim coat basically over top. Here there's a ridge. So what I'm going to do is going to sand everything more or less smooth. Wes and I are going to both go at it, both sanders. Make it smooth, then I'm going to throw a skim coat on all these joints. The butt joints, so this is a tape joint, and it's actually tapered. The drywall actually dips in here and allows for this material to go in. Now there's still some imperfections. These are pretty close, and you can see there's a little bit of a dent there. Things like that need to be improved on. And then the butt joints, they need quite a bit yet. If you can see that, it's hard to show it on camera, but you can tell right there that it's not smooth. There, that's perfect. You can see that. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm running my trowel. It goes from here to here. Big wide pass. It's a 30 centimeter trowel, and I do that on both sides. This will be the first coat I put the tape on, and then I throw a big bead on. That's 2. Then the third coat I do here and here, and then I'm going to sand it. I'm going to do another one. This is my 4th coat, here to here and here to here. and then it'll be a light sand, and I think it'll be good. If anything, it might just need a skim coat for a few marks, like these lines sometimes show up if you get a little chunk of crud in there, then it'll be good. So if all goes well, I'm going to press hard here and try to get everything to that point where I might just need a skim coat tomorrow, and then that's it. We're hooking up a heater right now because it's actually kind of chilly in here. I was up here an hour ago and it was warmer, and now it's cold. So we're going to get that done. And in this bathroom, I haven't done a whole lot in here yet at all because there's no lighting. It's very hard to see. Which is why I bought the headlamp this morning, if you can see. Because then I have both hands free and I can get up close to a joint and I can see what's going on. A lot of times it's hard to see imperfections because of lighting. And when you give it a little bit of lighting on the side of a joint, then all of a sudden you can see slight imperfections because of shadows. And it just helps you sand in the right places and put mud in the right places, if that makes any sense at all. Oh my, look at my hair. I'm sanding drywall. I'm actually not quite that gray. And I'm using this light, and it's going to make things blink. Anyway, once again, the differences, which is fascinating, between our countries, or yeah, different ways of doing things. So this is our breaker panel. New breaker panel. It's going to get cleaned up yet. They just get everything hooked up here. So I think they did an amazing job for one. Hats off to them. That was a nice, clean, efficient job. These guys really do good work. This is all going to get cleaned up yet. It looks messy right now, but I'm just talking all the wires inside. It's all neat and tidy. It'll all be covered up beautifully. Anyway, the difference is that I'm talking about these breakers. Now, this is the only breaker panel I've seen in Russia, of course. There might have different kind. The back of our breaker panels have metal pins that actually get them hooked up to this. But totally different style, but that idea. And so when you clip the breaker in, it's now got power, yeah? And the electricity flows then from the bar that it hooks onto to the back. Now, we have 120 power in Canada, and here you have 220. So we have 120 and 240. In order to get 240, you're just grabbing two legs of 120. And so in our panels, there's a spot for a breaker. Our breaker's about this thick, as thick as one of these, yeah, one thin guy. And the way they hook in, it's alternating 120, 120, 120, 120. But if you set a double breaker on there, it'll actually grab two legs. So we have 240 volts coming into the house, and then it splits up in the breaker panel, line A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, all the way along, or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way through. And so a double breaker for something like a clothes dryer would be a 240 breaker. It would grab an A and a B, making it 240 instead of 120. I'm hoping that makes some sense. These guys, I'm not sure. I'm guessing, see, the power is coming out the bottom to stuff, so I'm just assuming he's going to have to hook up the top. So we're going to find out. And it'll probably be in this video as well, but it's interesting. It's a very nice cabinet, very good quality, made by ABB. Strebel and Jock. Sounds German. So anyway, looks pretty neat. I don't know what all of it's for yet. I know we talked about a generator switch. I'm just gonna guess that that's what this is for, because I can switch one way or the other. The switches are neat too. The little breakers themselves are very small. The ones I'm used to are big, fat ones, big, clumsy looking things. This whole thing looks very aesthetically pleasing, in my opinion. You are blocking the light, dearie.
Look at the numbers on
Yeah, don't mess that up. He's got them all numbered, so he knows where's what. Don't pull on anything. Just get out of the light for a minute. There you go. So anyway, there'll be a door closing it all up, and then there's also this panel back here, and then we'll be able to number or write on each one what they are. That'll be interesting too, because we'll probably be benefiting more if we write it in English, but anyone that comes to work on the house won't understand it unless it's in Russian. Didn't think of that till now. That might be interesting too, so we'll see. But at least for now, it'll make more sense to me if it's written in English. Maybe we can do English and Russian in there or something. We'll see how it goes. Hello again, good morning. So, education, all moments, every moment is a teachable moment is something that we say all the time. Schooling happens non-stop. Well, I guess when we're sleeping we don't learn a whole lot, but otherwise you should always be learning something. And here, I just come down from upstairs there, doing some mudding this morning. It's told it's breakfast time. Come down and look at this. What did you make?
A guitar.
A guitar, duh. Show it. It actually plays different notes. Like they put this together themselves.
And now if you hold this string,
Do another one. It's cool, eh? Now do some other strings. And each one makes its own note because of the different length of string, right? Pretty cool, isn't it? It's very neat. When you allow your children to express themselves, give them a few tools and some leeway. Don't give them any gadgets, none of the electronic junk. Just a piece of wood, some screws, and some string, and look at that. That's really cool. Made my day.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town. See the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far.